I think green and white squads are set, so it should be a great scrimmage for us as we get ready for Saturday. It's be interesting, I think. Hope everybody has a chance to come out, but I think the teams are pretty even, and you'll see a lot of good things out there. I think there'll be some exciting plays and a lot of young guys playing that will give you an indication of where we're at. What I look for is great competition, so I like to keep it close and make it fun, you know. But you know, I look for execution just like anything, and I think there's a little bit more on the table when there's people out there watching and it's on radio and TV and that type of thing. So the stakes are a little bit higher, and so there's a little bit more adrenaline running, hopefully, and guys get to show out a little bit. So that's what I'll look for. But you're always looking for guys who can play fundamentally well, and this is no different. As always, you know, it's thin. You're thin out there. You don't have a whole lot of backups and everything like that. So we'll play 10-minute quarters, and it will be the normal play clock and everything. Plays are going to be made out there. You have guys playing out there that sometimes are forced into playing a little bit different positions and things like that. So, but I think it's a great experience for our guys, and hopefully it's things that they'll remember for a while. I think we've had a great spring. I think we've had as good a spring as we've had since I've been here in terms of at certain positions. Obviously, we still need to come a ways at some others in terms of depth, but when you look at our wide receiver position, for example, very, very productive. You know, our quarterback situation is solid. You know, we have two guys that have been in the system now for a couple years. You know, with Maxwell 2 years, and Kirk for now coming into the sport 3 years in. Keith Nickel obviously is into his third year as well. So, you know, I think it's been a great spring for us. I think the chemistry is good, the leadership is good. I think guys feel good about themselves and they feel good about their progress, and we've worked them hard. So.
Well-oiled machine right there. We're a really good football team down there.
You know, you have recruits coming, you have our committed guys coming, you have a lot of parents coming. You know, you see our players get a chance to show out a little bit, and so it's a busy day. It's a very busy day, but I think it is a little bit of a dessert because you get to see a lot of people that you normally don't get to see after a game, for example. People have a tendency to go their own way and want a big picnic, and probably be about 500 people at the picnic. We even have a band, so you know, keep things light. You know, all of our running backs have had their moments, and feel very, very good about that position because Baker and Caper are, you know, I believe they can play for anybody in this conference. Le'Veon and Nick Hill both, they've come in and they're very fast learners. They're extremely powerful. I think when you watch Le'Veon out there, you're going to see a guy that can change direction, catches the ball very well. You know, he's a big 225-pound running back that runs downhill, and he's been electrifying at times. Both running backs have played very well, as I just said, and then Max Bulla is a guy that just keeps on coming, and you know, he's got a great motor and a great ability, and a very physical linebacker. And Joe Boyster, he's at the quarterback position, a lot more thinking involved and controlling involved. So you know, there's a little bit bigger learning curve there, but he's done some good things as well. So all four of those guys, what I've been impressed about is that all four of those guys are doing very, very well in school, and you know, they're probably all around over a three-point student as we enter this go into this summer. So that's positive. I think Kirk has always been very, very consistent. I think where you see a marked improvement is his ability to reach people as a leader. You know, he was selected. He's great leadership skills, but it's his time now a little bit. You know, he's going into his fourth year. You know, so he's not looked at as a young player anymore. You know, so he has an opportunity, I think, to reach more people because he's older. And I think that's a natural progression for a leader. You got to make plays on a ball sometimes. You got to get the ball out, but we've had it. You know, we've forced turnovers throughout the spring so far, and that's been a positive thing. And I think that we're tackling well in space. But again, you know, we'll get an opportunity to see a little bit of that come Saturday.